Hi, in this video I will show you how to make a backup of your email and your contacts in Outlook. This is especially needed when you are changing mail server because you risk to actually lose it all if you do not make a backup. This Outlook is in Danish, but it would be the same in any language, the steps that you need to take. So first you click on Files. Then you click on Open or Export here, Open and Export. Then you click on Import here, Export here. And then you get the different options up here. You have to say Export to a file and you click Next. Then you have to choose the Outlook data file, PSD, and you click Next. Then you can see here it asks you what you want to download, make a backup of. Make sure that you mark the email address that you want to back up and make sure that include all subfolders is also like you see here. So whatever subfolders you have here will also be backed up. As soon as that's done, click next and it will ask you where do you want to save this backup. So you can find any place on your PC. I have here a folder that I have some exports in. So I will say, I will give it a name, eAdvice export mail, and I give it, for example, the date of today. I normally tend to not use space in the names because normally today's systems are good enough to work with that, but this is just me using it as in the old days. So I will make this export and I will click OK. Then it will ask if you want to replace duplicates, etc. Normally I just leave it on the default setting if this is something you just do once in a while. So then I click complete. It asks you if you want to have a password on this data file that is exported so nobody else can import it. You can choose to do that, but if it's your private PC and it's a temporary thing, I would just jump over it, but again, that's up to you. I will just click OK, and then the backup will start running of all the mails. This backup can take maybe 1 minute or up to 10 minutes. It sometimes depends on how big your mailbox is. If you open the folder where you're saving your backups, you can see it's here now that it's counting up as it is backupping. As I've done this already before, I can see it's nearly 2 gigabits of mails and it has gone through a quarter. So I will just pause the video for now until it completes. Okay, so now the backup of the file has been done. So my mails, they are backed up on your PC. Now about your contacts. You also need to do them separately. So let's go through that as well. You can see here if you actually have some contacts, if you click on it, I've just made one now for the file to be created. If you don't have anything on the contacts, you don't need to do this. Now I want to export my contact. So I go to File, I go to Open and Export here, I go to Import here, Export here, and then again I get Export to a file, and then again I say PST, and then I get by default now it will mark this because I have it open. Everything that says kun denne computer, that means only on this PC, everything that says that is not backed up in the previous file that you did. So normally that would be your calendar. If you have a lot of things there you need to save, you also have to repeat the process with this one. But for me now, I just want to do this one, that is the contacts, that is only available on my computer. If you're using the task system as well, you need to back up that separately, and so forth. But in this case, it's only the contact. So I click next. I will give it a little bit different name. So instead of mail, I will just replace this part to say contacts. Dun, dun. Oops, it's a little bit mixture of languages here. And then I will click save. Of course, the rest of the process is the same. So I say Wiffer, do I need a password protect this file? No, for now, not. And I click OK. This file normally just take a couple of seconds because it's very small. So now I have these two backups here. And that means that when we change to new mail provider, we will of course try to maintain your things within Outlook, your old mails. But if that doesn't succeed, now you have a backup of it so we can import it back in after you have your email up and running again on a new provider. So that's how you do the backup in your Outlook. So please pay attention to when you save it that you know where you have saved the files, because if you need to recover it later, you need to know that you have saved it in a certain folder so you can find it. And also remember to give it a meaningful name so you know when it has been taken and what it is.